Hello, and welcome to Driving Meditations with me, Raven Shamballa. I'm a master energy healer, a spiritual counselor, and a senior yoga teacher, and I'm here to help you relax. This is Driving Meditations, and in this series, we're focused on mindful meditation. Mindful meditation happens when we keep our eyes open and focused on a simple activity, like driving in your car, or folding clothes, or picking up around the house. The idea is that we want to start to cultivate being calmly active and actively calm. I've been talking about how to activate the energy body and how to activate chakras to open and start to release negative energy. In the last session, I spoke about the ability to cultivate a feeling of love. It's this cultivating the feeling of love and drawing that into our energy body, which helps to regulate emotion and push out negative emotion. So let's go ahead and just start. I want you to start by imagining that the vibration of love is in the room. Now, if you're in your home, it would be in your house, in your room. If it's your car, then it would be the space inside of your vehicle. I want you to imagine that the vibration of love is in your space, simply because you have intended it to be in your space. And there it is. I want you to inhale deeply. Take a big breath. I want you to fill up with the vibration of love. Next, I want you to exhale and imagine that that exhalation is filling up the space around you with the vibration of love. Inhale, we feel love. Exhale, we release and start to relax. Love moves around the body. Inhale, we start to feel love. Exhale, love moves around the body. Let's activate the energy body. Ground, center, feel focused and relax with the breath. Inhale, ground. Inhale, center. Inhale, focus. Exhale, relax. Imagine love around the body. Inhale, ground down. I am grounded. Even if you're driving in your car, feel safe, feel grounded, feel centered. I open my heart chakra. I center my life in my heart. Focus and relax your mind. The focus is to this present moment. The focus is to listening to the sound of my voice. The focus is on whatever activity you're doing right here, right now. And of course, when I say relax, let the body go. Just release tension in the neck, release tension in the shoulders. Again, ground, center, focus, and relax. Ground, center, focus, and relax. On the inhale, I breathe in love. On the exhale, love moves out and around my space. On the inhalation, I breathe in love. On the exhalation, love moves out and around and in to my space. And as you're sitting here starting to breathe, I want you to survey the body for any remaining tension. If there's any tension anywhere in your body, allow it to flow right out. You don't need it anymore. You simply don't need it anymore. And if you've clocked off of work, it's really time to create that boundary, to make that transition into what I call the second shift. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about the second shift. And as I'm talking to you about the second shift, you're going to stay very, very relaxed and focused on whatever it is you're choosing to do for your activity. See, most of us have full-time jobs and we work all day in very difficult and sometimes challenging or even traumatic situations. We go from one difficult situation to the next difficult situation, and we're problem solving as things come up, and all of a sudden we find our day has passed so quickly, and now it's time to be done with work, and we're in our cars and we're zooming home, and we're headed right in the direction of the second shift. Now, if you're lucky, the second shift may be me time. It might be alone time. Maybe you're single. Maybe you go home to an animal, something simple, a roommate, and you get to spend time with yourself, doing what you please. But most of us are not having that experience. Most of us are going in the direction of a second shift. For most of us, it's spending time at home with a partner and often with children. And it's a really tough situation because if you've had a really taxing day at work and you've had all these errands that you've had to do, and now you're going to walk through the front door and maybe you're expecting some downtime. Maybe you're expecting a moment to rest, some me time, but you open the door and what do you get? You get the second shift. For most of us, that's family life. And for others of us, it's a second job, or it's focusing on an educational or small business goal. We haven't even taken the time to transition from our first shift, and now we're already into the second shift. I'm suggesting that it's really important to take a little bit of time to get grounded and centered in between your first shift and your second shift. And a really good time to do that is while you're driving in your car, or even if you work from home. It's good to just take a few minutes to ground, center, focus, relax. Take a breath. Ground, center, focus, relax. Even if you only spend this 10 or 20 minutes intending to conclude and release whatever you dealt with in your day, you give yourself just that little bit of space, which allows you to come back into balance. Now, if you're lucky, you get to take a workout or go to a yoga class or walk the dog around the block. And that is also a good time to say the affirmation. You can say this formal one that I'm teaching you now: ground, center, focus, relax. Or you can say something else that's positive and uplifting, like, I'm filling with love. I'm filling with love. I'm filling with love. I breathe in love. And I start to relax my physical body. Just intend to relax it. Even in that intention, it relaxes. I breathe in and light around the body. Now, if you can feel for tension in the chakra system, then you can touch or tap that chakra. You can intend for it to open, and you can start to say the meditation or affirmation that helps you to release negative energy from the chakra system. As I said, there are 7 primary chakras in the torso, with the 7th being on the top. They each have different names and locations in the body. I'd like to offer you a free gift to start to learn about the chakras. If you go to my website, ravenlightbody.com, and click on free gift at the top or in the drop-down menu, you can receive a free chakra poster, which has all the different names of the chakras and where they're located in the body. This will help us as we move forward in the program so that you have an understanding of where the chakras are. And if you know a lot about the chakras, you may want to check out, level 2, the 100 Chakra System. That's one of the books that I've written, and you can also find out more about that on the website, and it can be ordered on Amazon. Let's go back to our discussion on the second shift. We often have a false expectation that when we're going to arrive home, we're going to walk in to a relaxing moment. The truth of the matter is, and especially if you have children, you're going to walk in to probably, potentially a chaotic situation. Maybe the house isn't fully cleaned. Maybe the kids are running around. Maybe your partner approaches you and they want to talk to you about a bill that is late or that they didn't know wasn't canceled. It's like you have this expectation, I just got off work. I have a total headache. I can't wait to get home so that I can relax. But instead of relaxing, you walk right into that second shift. And if your expectation was for me time or to take a little time just to calm down from my working day, you might feel very angry that that expectation wasn't met. I'm talking to a general audience, and we all have a lot of different situations that we're walking into the second shift. Like maybe you're doing an educational program in the evenings and you barely have enough time to eat. You haven't been able to relax or process everything that you experienced in your first shift. You've barely got food, and now it's time to get to your second shift. Raven, when do I have time to relax? When do I have time to find my center? When do I have time to understand balance? Well, if you're asking me, I think a good time to find time is while you're driving in your car from location 1 to location 2. And in fact, that 15 or 20 minutes, whether you're on the bus or driving in your car, is a really great time to prepare for the second shift and also adjust your attitude so that you have the correct expectation when you walk in to the next door. Having the correct expectation is really important, and that requires a lot of potential communication with your partner or your family, or even just understanding yourself and what your needs are. Take a little time out of your busy day to just relax, ground, center, focus, relax. I now release what's no longer serving me. I scan my body for any remaining tension. If there's any remaining tension, I let it flow right out. I let it go. I let it go. I don't need it anymore. I don't need it anymore. Now, some of us walk into a huge trap when we open the door into the second shift. Hi, honey, I'm home. Your partner comes out and says, hey, how was your day? And you immediately feel the need to vent. Let me tell you what happened today at work. And all of a sudden, a couple of things have happened if you haven't had a positive day. And a lot of us haven't. One is we start to use our partner or a roommate as a sounding board for receiving a lot of negative energy. Maybe you have a problem with the person at work or a problem with the manager at work. Maybe you have a complaint. Maybe you definitely don't like your job and you want to find a new one. Maybe you were overwhelmed today. And of course, you go to your best friend to tell them all about it. But here's the thing, in venting, in sharing your day, sometimes people make the mistake of releasing a ton of negative energy in the direction of the ones that they love. Now, if you could see the auric field, if you could see your vibrations coming out of your mouth, when someone is calm and relaxed, those words, the sound of the voice is soothing and soft. The color is green or pink. But when you're complaining, if you're angry, well, the color is red and it sounds like you're irritated. And if you can imagine that red energy projecting out of your mouth and coming right towards your partner, then what happens? Your partner starts to absorb all of that negative energy. A lot of times, the partner will go into defense mode. They just sit there and take it, hoping you'll be done soon. Other times, they absorb it. It brings them down, and now they feel the need to express it right back at you. And lo and behold, now we're into an argument. So we have to be careful between sharing what happened in our day with our partner, something we definitely want to do, and making sure that we're not venting at them like we might to a therapist or a life coach. See, a therapist or a life coach, they get paid to be that sounding board, to receive a lot of negative energy, and hopefully, if they're trained, as soon as you walk out the door, they work on releasing it so it doesn't affect them. But your partner or your family members, they don't have this training. And if you receive negative energy, let's say from a situation at work, and then all of a sudden you're complaining and you're venting to your partner, then it's like that mean boss that you don't really like. Not only has they affected you, now they've affected your partner too. And that's brought the energy of your partner down and maybe even all of the children down. And so they want to do what? They want to get it off of them. They project the energy back to you. This is a very common pattern. And as a marriage therapist, I often talk to people about putting boundaries around venting. Honestly, you really don't want to vent to your partner more than 15 minutes. And if you feel the need to keep going and going and going, there's a lot of negative energy there. You might want to consider finding a third party to talk to, or even changing your job, training for something different. So I've been talking to you today about the second shift, making sure that you find a way to transition and relax, clear some mental space, and have the right expectation about what you're going to go into. Ground, center, focus, relax. I relax myself. I open up whatever energy center is in my body and I ask it just to release. Whatever it is no longer serving me. I want to drop it before I walk into the second shift. I want to drop my anger. I want to drop my to-do list. I want to drop my stress. They're not paying me enough to hold on to it or keep talking about it or express it again and again. I'm going to find a little bit of space right here, right now, in this present moment. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to be present. I'm going to shift. I'm shifting. I'm going to release the tension in my neck. I'm shifting. I'm going to release the tension in my shoulders. I'm shifting. I'm relaxing. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I simply don't need it anymore. I'm present. And I want to be present for my partner. I want to be present for my children. I want to be present for my passion. I want to be present for the small business I'm trying to build. Or I want to be present for my academic achievements. Whatever it is you do, take a little time out of your day. Just transition between shift 1 and shift 2. Thank you for listening. My name is Raven Shamballa, and if you'd like to know a little bit more about my energy healing practices, you can check them out on my website, ravenlightbody.com. And if you're interested in deeper meditations where you do close your eyes and have an out-of-body experience, you can probably find a meditation on my YouTube channel. Just search Raven Shamballa. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your day as you move forward into your next present moment.